Hi, Mark here. It is 10:22 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday morning, start of the new trading week. US session well underway. And let's have a look at the US dollar performance. Starting on the index, got the daily chart up. You can see we had Friday, we had a big sell-off continuation of the downtrend on the index, weak US dollar. Attempted fight back today, gapped higher to start the new trading week. There's the green candlestick. I've got support at 99.48. I've got resistance at 99.70. US dollar struggling to hold on to these early gains on the index. That's why you see the wick left behind. If I zoom in on the hourly to see where we stand now, there you can see the attempted turnaround, giving up those early gains. That's a red candlestick. We'll see whether sellers can continue with this and add to this attempted sell-off we're seeing and look down to the support area, or if we get back to US dollar strength and buyers look up at this 99.70 and try to get back to that 100 level on the upside. Let's have a look at the majors. I'll start with the euro against the US. There you see US started strong, red candlestick, that's selling euro, buying US dollar. But you can see already given up some of those gains, euro fighting back. That's why we see the small wick at the bottom of the body. If I zoom in on the hourly, there you can see the attempted fight back, euro fighting back against the US. I've got support at 115.43. I've got resistance at 115.66. If US dollar strength is able to continue like we saw during the Asian and into the European session, turnaround, red candlestick, and sellers will look to test this support level. If this continue reversal or the attempted reversal continues from strong to weak US dollar, buyers of euro, sellers of US will look up at the 115.66 resistance level. Let's have a look at the pound. Different pattern from the pound, as you can see. Weak US dollar all the way with the pound here. Buying pound, selling US dollar, green candlestick. I've got support at 134.82 and I have resistance at 135.17. So pound strengthening against the US, weak US dollar, uptrend continuing, higher high, higher low. Buyers will look to test this level on the way up to 135.50, 136. If we get a turnaround and US dollar is able to fight back, well, that'll reflect as a bounce down of this resistance, selling pound, buying US, and sellers will look down at the support level. Let's have a look at the US against the yen. And here you see the exact opposite. On the pound US, you saw strong pound, weak US dollar strong against the yen. No fight back from the yen as yet. I've got support at 157.92 and I've got resistance at 159.03, roughly 100 pip range between 158 and 159. We'll see if US dollar strength does continue against the yen, if buyers can maintain at this 159, perhaps even push higher, or if we get a turnaround from strong to weak US dollar against the yen, a bounce down off this resistance, and sellers look back down at the 158 support area. And then let's look at the US dollar against the Canadian. Small red candlestick, selling US, buying Canadian, that's weak US dollar. There's the trend, very strong push lower on Friday. That went hand in hand with weak US dollar, very much so against the Canadian. Canadian had strong job numbers as well, as opposed to the US's weak job numbers, all contributed to this strong push lower. US dollar trying to fight its way back unsuccessfully at this point. I've got support at 139.32. I've got resistance at 139.67. we'll see where the US dollar strength, or rather, US dollar weakness continues, Canadian strength, and the continuation of this red candlestick, and sellers test break below this 139.32 level. Or if we do get a turnaround, red to green, buying US dollar, selling Canadian, US dollar strength would see the bounce off this support level, and buyers look up at the 139.67. So we're seeing mixed performance from the US dollar right now, but we do have our resistance support levels to work with. Good trading.